Hey, Martin here again, and this is part 2 of the short story The Fair. I forgot to mention a bit about this short story. It's one of the more recent short stories. It was actually published in a trilogy entitled Centipede, which is available only as an ebook. That's why I'm not showing you it in every video here. You know, like, this is my video, this is my book, The Centipede. And so, although it was written, now that I think about it, it was written at a time when I was paranoid about certain things. Anyway, this is part 2. If someone had asked about that day, I'd have confidently said the sun had come out of the Atlantic Ocean, although I hadn't seen a sunrise in donkey years. I had slept until my bladder needed emptying. I had made myself breakfast for lunch and watched a movie everyone was talking about. These are the things I would have said. What I would have kept to myself was this: believing fully in the interchangeability of this Saturday with most of the others before it, I'd absently reached my arm behind me to scratch my back with my thumb. What I felt did not belong to a day I'd taken for granted would be just another Saturday. What I felt did not belong to the skin I knew to be mine. What I saw with my fingers was a coin, polished smooth, the edge raised. What I saw with my eyes in my twisted self-embrace was a black hole. The act of seeing it may have brought it to life, because it drained me, a feeling like traveling in a vehicle that falls quickly in and out of a descent in the road. It had begun. The thing that would come to take every part of me away, leaving flies in various stages of their life cycles in my place, had left an undeniable mark, its signature fingerprint. This mark was different from the others, for they had not started out as wholes. The ones before had appeared within weeks of the other, forming 3 in all. 2, a palm span apart on my inner thighs, the other above the twist of skin indicating my old attachment to the one who squeezed until I fell out into this world. They formed a triangle of blemishes, in the center of which was the devil himself. I pulled up my pants, went onto the veranda and lit a cigarette so I could pollute the vacant spaces inside me. I wanted to vomit a flood of tar and drown everything that was meant to live a complete life full of good and bad. I would have to go see my doctor again. The last time I'd been to see my doctor, he tapped me on the back twice and told me I was in great health and had nothing to worry about. He was, of course, being politely dismissive, like anyone who has had to repeatedly answer the same question asked by different people. This, after everything we'd been through together. This, after years of speaking to him things I would not say to anyone else. I had told him that thick white pus began to leak from my penis 7 days after I'd backed out of a sexual encounter because neither of us had protection from the other. I had told him that the rate at which my appetite increased was directly proportional to the rate at which I lost weight, and that I'd started wearing extra shirts and pairs of pants to hide this. He called it the low end of normal. I told him that a rash was in full bloom across my chest and that I'd attempted to scratch it off unsuccessfully, that a purple lavine was growing out of my mouth along the pink skin of my mouth soft palate, and that I wanted my blood tested to see if it was as red as it needed to be for the reasons blood needed to be red. I pretended to be comforted by what my doctor said by smiling. But the sun was not a distinct disk that day. Instead, it replaced the blue of the entire sky, and my lips cracked and started to bleed. And that's the end of part 2 of the short story, The Fair. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time on Books by Boyce for some more red ram realness. Okay? Hope you enjoyed it.